Hey guys, Marc Lalonde, aka the Wealthy Trainer, coming to you from Ottawa, Canada. Now listen, we once again had an amazing Mastermind Hangout webinar, which we have every Sunday at 2 p.m. Now, we all get together, a bunch of us, and when I mean a bunch of us, I mean, who are we, right? We're a bunch of individuals who all have a network marketing company of our own, okay? Different companies, same goals. We're all trying to build a team. Now, we've all, pretty much all of us, have done the whole warm market thing. Friends, family, coworkers. I was even handing out samples at the gym at one point, getting numbers, following up. We all went through all those traditional steps, and now here we are generating leads online on the internet, and we're converting those leads into our team. So this is what we have in common. This is what drives us. Now, many of us are already successful, so we're bringing a lot of stuff to the table on these Sunday webinars. One thing to note is that these webinars are extremely exclusive. They're private. It's really no real access to the public. But once in a while, when the value is so intense, I put it out there. And this is an example of that. I'm putting this last Sunday's webinar out here to you today. So you gotta check it out. The value is unbelievable. Remember, many of us are already six-figure earners in this forte, in this industry, in this space. And we've done it with online marketing by generating leads online. Now, if it's something you think you may benefit from, or if it's something you think you may be able to contribute to, well, maybe you want to be part of this group. I'm not sure. If you do, if you want to inquire about it, just go to our Facebook group and request to be added. What I will do is I'll look over your request. I'll contact you. We'll have a little chat, and maybe you're a good fit. Maybe you could bring something to the table, or maybe you can learn and grow as well. Now, our Facebook group, I'm going to put an image up top here, but all you got to do is go to asklalonde.com/TLC group, TLC for Team Life Change. So that's asklalonde, AskLalonde.com/TLC group. Now, again, guys, this is kind of where this industry is going. If you're not generating leads online, if you're not recruiting teams on the internet, I mean, that's where this whole space is gravitating to, and we really are on the forefront of this. So even if you're not interested in participating, I got to tell you, check out this webinar and get the value. Grab a pad, grab a pen, take notes, and apply what you learn, because it's pure gold. It's pretty well pure gold every Sunday. So see you on the inside, and enjoy, guys. Okay, guys, we got some, we're going to cover a lot of stuff today, but so what I'd like you to do is just grab a pen and paper, because you're going to have to write a few URLs down today. So pen and paper. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm super pumped up. So much has happened in the past week that I'm blown away. Once this network marketing thing goes viral, it's no joke. It's no joke. It just goes. And the reason for this group is for you guys to match my success. So again, let's go here. A few important announcements. By the way, hi everyone. We're full. So people coming in right now are not getting in. So we maxed out. I'll get to that in a second about increasing the power. It's just members are coming into the team that it's happening so fast. So a few announcements before we get things going here. Number one, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but did you guys hear who hit L4 yesterday? I read this yesterday. I don't know if you guys have heard, but this guy right here, finally, I got L4. So I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying with L4 comes so many benefits, guys. It's crazy. So I think I mentioned this in the last webinar. L3 allows you to fire your boss if you want to. I'm talking from a financial standpoint, no problem. And even just with the MLSP residuals, it's good, but if you have your MLM tied in, don't want to get into this right away. All I want to say is, once you hit L3, it's enough to fire your boss. And once you hit L4, well, then it gets interesting. You're getting into 5 figures per month territory. And from there, sky's the limit because you've broken those beliefs and all that stuff. So I just wanted to say really quick, I hit L4. I'm super pumped up about it. And people have been asking me if I had one trick to share, just if I could only say one thing. How did I do this? How did I do that in 8 months without a blog, without content, without even knowing what attraction marketing was, or without, I mean, seriously, I never contacted anyone I knew. Everything was done through the leads I was getting through MLSP. If you're not getting any sound, I would say refresh, but you're not getting any sound, so you can't hear me. So that wouldn't make any sense, but the chat looks like you're helping each other out. Awesome. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Chris Garcia, brand new this week. A bunch of people weren't here last week, so like I said, we're packed. No one's getting in, so you guys are in here, and this is it for now. So first of all, I just wanted to give myself a shout out, L4, because I'm super pumped up about that. Tomorrow night, I'm doing the Road to L1 training within MLSP. Now, this is going to be the 5 steps that I use for prospecting my leads, turning them into money, turning them into members. There's 5 specific steps that I use, and here's the reason I'm bringing this up here, is because if you are not going to the event, live the dream, shame on you. I'm just kidding. If you're not going to the event, you're not going to get that Road to L1 training. So, you think I'll leave my peeps hanging? Heck no, I'm not leaving you guys hanging. What I'm going to do is, because I got all the slides ready, it's going to be gold. But if you don't get into that Road to L1 training, guess what? On Tuesday, the following day, I'm doing it tomorrow, Monday, within MLSP Road to L1. On Tuesday, I'll be doing it publicly for you guys. So you guys are going to get an encore of that presentation. Of course, it's free, but it's limited to 25 people again. So check the private group probably early on Tuesday. There'll be a registration link. It'll be the same idea as we're doing here, 25 people only. So you got to get in on that because, guys, this 5-step process is what made me jump up into levels in MLSP. It's stuff that I figured out. It's stuff that I've modified from what I've learned within MLSP. I modified it. I had to move up quick with 0 experience. I had to figure out a way to, I just didn't want to wait long to get to L5. I wanted to get my leadership ranks up quick, get out there, and who doesn't like speed? I think we all like speed. So Tuesday, get ready. Check in the group. Only you guys are going to get this link. You'll get it first. And I know we're going to get over 100 registrations. I know it already. But you guys are the only ones I'm telling about this now. So it will be on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's when the webinar will be, but you have to register, and then you have to show up early. Most of you guys, well, you guys all made it in. Obviously, I'm talking to you, but there are people trying to get in now, and they're getting, sorry, it's full. Sorry, it's full. Now, I'm going to touch on that really quick because I plan on going to the 500-person capabilities on the servers very soon. But right now, I guess I wanted to play with the platform, see how we're doing. So I hope you guys got the time. It's 9 p.m. on Tuesday will be and it's not a replay, it's an encore. I'll be here live. I'll be doing the exact same thing live. We're going to go through all my 5 steps. We're going to go into my CRM, into the back office. I'll show you exactly how I get like 70% phone numbers on all my leads. It's sick. It's sick in a good way. It's incredible. I'll show you guys that. I'll bring you in the back office. I'll give you my scripts. I'll give you my scripts. I'll give them to you. I'll send them to you. I'll put them up on the group so you can download my exact scripts and change a couple of words, whatever. It's good. I want you guys I want to make this journey as easy as possible for you guys. If you want to fire your boss, you'll be able to do that after. Just keep tuning in, keep plugging in. If all you want to do is make a few extra bucks, you can do that too. But I want to make it so that you can have the freedom I have. Because I gotta say, again, I'm not going to go off track here, but when you have the freedom I have, you could keep working if you want to, but when you have that freedom, you start noticing things around you in life. It's the weirdest thing, like smell the flowers type thing. You start being grateful for little things around you that you never really noticed before because you're so wrapped up in the world of the rat race and all that stuff. So it's worth it. It's worth it. And once you break that L1, things just start going. The main thing is don't quit. Show up every Sunday. Okay, I beat that one up pretty good. I spent way too much time because there's a lot I want to cover today. So that's with the Road to L1 training. Check the group on Tuesday morning. There will be a link to register for the encore presentation. You don't want to miss that. Trust me. You do not want to miss that. So here we go. My Periscope plug. I have a Periscope show every day, every weekday. It was at 10 a.m. If you don't know what Periscope is, Google it, YouTube it, check, find out. It's a live streaming app. It's called the Ask Lalonde Show. And the reason I have this on daily is because if you're doing something during the week and you have a question, I get over 200 messages per day now. And I'm not talking automated messages. I'm talking guys like you or prospects or anyone just asking me a question. I didn't say per week, 200 per day. So this is why we set this up in this fashion, because in the second half of this Sunday show or Sunday webinar, we're going to be answering your questions and all of you can benefit from the answer. So even if I'm going to be pulling some of you guys out too, whoever wants to come out, and we'll kind of have a quick little 5-minute one-on-one and everyone can benefit from the answer. So this is why we're doing this. Now, the Periscope show was at 10 a.m. every morning. All you have to do is go at Rich and Fit, or just go hashtag the Ask Lalonde Show. It'll come up. I'm not quite sure how to do the searches yet. This is going to be show number 6 or something. And this is when you come on and you ask me questions live. I just opened my window. I'm getting pumped up here. All right, here we go. Hopefully the sound doesn't. Okay, so here we go. The Periscope at Rich and Fit. It was at 10 a.m. every morning, but now it's going to be at 7 p.m. every weekday. The reason we're shifting that over is because I've been getting all kinds of comments and requests to have it at night because people have jobs, people have to work. So I forgot that. So it escaped my mind. So 7 p.m. Monday to Friday on Periscope. If you have a burning question that you need an answer to today, ask me there. I'll address it. And there's not many viewers. We're still under 20 viewers, so I will be able to address that. There we go. Mark on Periscope. Yes, Dan, absolutely. Tune in, guys. Like I say, I share everything. I don't sell anything. I'm not at my products are not out yet. I'm not even interested. I'm just here to help. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay financially. I want to just help you guys. So there, we covered that. Now this, I'm just going to say this quick because this is a mindset thing, and as you guys know, I'm more of a strategy guy. I don't really touch the mindset stuff because if you're involved in this business, you're already, you're ahead of the curveball to most of the population that conforms to the, what society expects of us. You're exceptional. So you probably already have the mindset. So I'm going to go right into the guts. This is how you get leads. This is how you call your leads. This is what you say to those leads. This is how you convert those leads into your business. That's what I work on, the how-tos. Now, just because I have someone on here, actually, I'm going to call you out. Connie Bohager was saying that she was reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I just got to throw it out there because if you haven't read that book, pick it up. I'm not going to talk about it here. Just pick it up, invest, get it, read it. That's a life changer. That's if you're going to go into entrepreneurship in any way, you got to get that book. Okay, that's done. Now, okay, this is taking way too long. Who's this group for? Who's here? You are here because of a special invitation. This is generally not open to, it's not open to the public. I have to accept everyone one-on-one. So you're either my mastery member, you're probably in my primary, or you are on a trial. I'll let you in if you're on a trial, or you're just someone that's special to me, and I know you. I know I can help you out, and we have some kind of connection. So this is for all of you, and it's also for all of your mastery members. Now, I don't benefit from that. Well, I mean, I don't benefit financially from that. I don't make any money off your mastery members. So why would I give you this bonus to offer them? Well, because I want you to succeed, and if your members succeed, they'll get trust with you. They're going to join your MLM, or they're just going to not leave, and they're going to stick to it, and you'll keep picking up those residuals. You want to keep people in. You want to give people a fighting chance. You really do. And if people who come in and out of MLSP in 2 or 3 months, that's not a fighting chance. They're not meant for this game. So this is for all of your mastery members too. I know we're only allowing 25, but here's where I'm getting to this. After Live the Dream, this will go up to 500. And once things start rolling, we'll pump it up to 5,000. So include them in the Facebook group. They'll always have access there. So that's pretty important to know. It's something you can offer your members. And before, okay, in this group, we never mention primaries. So when I call you out or I bring you out on the Hangout, we don't talk about any primaries. We just, even in the chat, no primaries, guys. Okay? This is just, we all have primary companies. We're all trying to build a team. We're all trying to succeed. We're all trying to help other people. We're all trying to make more money, residual income. We all have those things in common. That's what we're going to talk about. It doesn't matter what team you're building. Same rules as MLSP pretty much. If you ever have a question, ever, tomorrow, today, after the webinar, and we don't get you in, hashtag asklalonde, AskLalonde. Hashtag AskLalonde. Anywhere on Twitter, anywhere on Facebook. I pick them up every day. You may be featured on the Ask Lalonde show. Or so if you can't tune into this, if you can't tune into the Periscope, put it out there. I'll pick it up. I'll find it, and you'll eventually get your question answered. I'm going to do whatever I can do, guys, to make you guys succeed. Everything I can do. There's no limit to the questions you can ask me. I'm going to shut off my Facebook because they're coming in like crazy. And I'm going to shut off my Skype because they're coming in like crazy and it's interrupting my flow. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. We got that out of the way now. Awesome. Okay, we're good. So I know we are, okay, the reason for this webinar every Sunday is not to necessarily do a front-to-back training on something. Those will be a separate entity. There'll be a separate webinar. So for example, like I said, on Tuesday coming up, I'm giving you guys the 5 steps in detail. Now that's going to be, there's no one jumping into that stuff except maybe some questions at the end. That will be a full-on presentation where I begin. I've got slides. We go into my back office. It's like taking a course, a formal course. That's what those will be. So I'll be committed to, I'll have a Periscope one. Next week I'm having, or Tuesday, a prospecting one. I'll have those come out regularly. This is to address your questions publicly. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to like this or not, but before you ask me a Facebook question, before you ask me an Instagram question, or before you ask me a Twitter question, there's a requirement. There's something you're going to need to do before you get that privilege. You're going to need to watch the training that I'm about to give you before you ask the question. So, for example, I'm going to type them in the chat. I have one for each, okay? And I believe, yeah, I have one for each. Anyways, it's asklalonde.com/Twitter. You'll go to the Twitter training. asklalonde.com/Instagram. You'll go to the Instagram training. asklalonde.com/Facebook. Guess which training you're going to go to? That's right, the Facebook training. And there's also this /CRM, but that one is the Tuesday's training is going to be kind of an upgrade of that. So it's mostly Facebook, get free leads through Facebook, 10 a day, get free leads through Twitter. I say 30, I get 60, but that training will help you get 30. You get free leads through Instagram. Those are the 3 URLs. I'm going to put them in. If someone can just, in the chat, just say, we can still hear you, we can still see you, and all is good. You're still live, you're still connected. Someone wants to put that in the chat, that would be awesome. So I know that I'm not talking to myself. Like I said, I do that plenty on my own time. Talk to myself, that is. So asklalonde.com. I'm going to put, like, for example, the Twitter link, but right now in the chat, you will see asklalonde.com/Twitter. That's the Twitter training. If you've seen that from cover to cover, from beginning to end, then you can ask me a Twitter question. If you have not, please go look at it, and then you can ask me a Twitter question. If you ask me a question that's covered in the training in detail, I'm going to say, please go look at the training. So I hope that makes sense. Now, thanks, guys. Awesome. So that asklalonde/Twitter, replace the word Twitter with Instagram. You'll get to the Instagram Twitter, the Instagram training, and the same thing with Facebook. So for now, that's all I put up. But as we move forward, that's the fashion of the trainings I'll have. And again, these are in the MLSP back office. They're just hard to find because you do a training, it loses itself. And if you punch in Lalonde, you'll get, like, I don't know what you'll get. It's because I'm not in the title on many of them. For example, if you look at the Twitter, it's how to extract 30 laser targeted leads every day on Twitter, and my name's not there. So if you type in Lalonde, it won't, you know what I mean? It won't show me. It won't pop up. So that's why I provide the links. So yes, you need to be in. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you can all hear me. So that's why I provide those links. So here we go. I think without further ado, we're going to open it up and get started with the questions. And those of you who know me, sometimes I don't skip out on the details. So one question may last a while. Now, what I'd like to do is I would like to take a couple of people out here. And by the way, I will welcome all the new Mastery members moving forward. It's just this past week, there's been too many, and I didn't keep track. I was so focused on that L4, that L4, that L4, that now I can kind of chill out and welcome new people in as we move forward. So, oh, I'm glad you're watching the 30 leads a day with Twitter. Yeah, Dan, that's a pretty awesome one. I got a ton of, thanks, Mark Gibbons, for putting out the links. I'm going to bring someone out right now because I feel like it. Who wants to come out? Put it in the chat. I mean, I won't be putting you on the spot or anything. You'll be hanging out in the bottom, and especially the people with a burning question. The people who want to question a little bit of one-on-one right now with me. If you got something good, or something good, if you have a question, especially if you got any question, let's crack it out that way, and we'll get rolling that way. because like I said, this is not about a formal A to Z training, but if you ask a question, it'll be kind of like, it will be a training for all of you. So Dan, I'm going to grab you. I'm coming to get you here. Still getting used to the webinars on air, but we're gonna bring out Chris as well. Awesome, awesome. And as I'm doing this, think up some questions, guys. And there's no, this is a, you can ask me anything actually. If I don't want to answer you, I'm just going to say I don't want to answer you, but you can ask. Here we go. Awesome, awesome. This is a pretty cool interface. Okay, Mark, you're coming out too. Mark Gibbons. Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy? Hey, Dan, how's it going, Dan?
Hello.
Awesome, welcome, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I'm going to drag a few more people out. I'm going to give one of you guys a little task right here. Who wants to chat for a bit while I go? Whenever I say I'm going to sign for a package, that's a code word for I got to take a little tinkle. So let me go sign for a package. I'm going to put, well, Chris, since you're new, say hi to the group, will you, for 5 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you're on, buddy. I'll see you guys in 2 seconds.
Hey guys, first time being on a webinar like this, so this is fun. I'm always on the other side, so it's fun to actually participate in it. Been an MLSP for about 4 months, and found this crazy guy. So he's really kind of helped me tweak a few things here and there, and so just feel awesome to be in the group with all you guys.
Nice. What's your, hey Mark, or Chris, what's your primary means of, not your primary MLM, but your primary social media channel that you're using?
Well, actually, for a while now, I've been kind of bouncing back and forth, but I've really been focusing on Twitter lately because when I discovered what Mark's approach is to this whole thing, I kind of really gravitated to that, and so I've been hitting Twitter pretty hard.
Yeah, and, got that. Yeah.
What about you?
I'm still in my 10-day trial. I think it flips over on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll be continuing. But yeah, I've been focused on Twitter mainly because I have close to 10,000 followers on my main Twitter, and that's kind of my biggest social circle that I have. Plus, it looks like something I can semi-automate. And I do have a job right now, so I need something that can kind of be ticking along in the background while I work. So I'm definitely focused on the Twitter right now. But I'm also, and I have a few questions that I already sent to Mark. I'm just looking for information and help on kind of aligning my various internet properties, including my websites. I have a couple Facebook groups, and I have 3 Twitter accounts. So so that's one of the reasons I'm probably one of the reasons I'm out. But anyway, that Twitter is really what I'm focused on right now.
Yeah, you touched on just a second ago about how you have a job and so you want something going on in the background. That's partially what really attracted me to this, because while I'm at work, it's really comforting to know that my business is being grown while I'm at work, you know, instead of just being like, oh, I wish I had more time. It's the automation it gives me a sense of comfort that way, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really what I need right now, and my job is kind of demanding right now. I mean, I can like check in on my Twitter, you know, occasionally during the day, but I really want to be having that going like constantly, consistently. I think that's consistent action is really important in this business.
Right.
So yeah, that's
awesome.
So are you guys talking about me behind my back?
No, we didn't. You didn't come up at all, Mark. Actually, we're kind of cruising
Awesome.
along here, but we are missing you now. Welcome back. Did you get the package?
Oh, the package is taken care of. I just have to wash my hands because those boxes, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, Jen, how's it going, Jen?
Doing well, thank you. And how are you?
Awesome. Awesome. We're going to probably have half a dozen people pop in as we're chatting. But, okay, so did you want to go ahead, Dan, and ask did you want to start with your questions?
Sure. So I sent Mark an email. Like I was saying, I have a number of WordPress websites. I have 3 Twitter accounts that are, well, one main account that I'm very active on, and 2 other ones that are just kind of running on automation. I have my Facebook, my personal page, and then I have several other group. I think there's one's a community and one's a group, and one of them is called Entrepreneur 101. And then I have some website blogs, and I have a number. I was in online marketing for quite a while, so I have a number of domains, and I'm trying to figure out. Basically, I'm trying to figure out my funnel, like of my properties, not the funnelizer. I mean, the funnelizer will come in, but what to put on what site and which sites should point to other sites so that it actually comes together somewhere.
Yep.
And the lead pops into my MLSP back office.
Okay, here we go. Number 1, guys, the first thing you want to, I guess the main thing you guys want to do is start by getting a handful of mastery members, right? We'll tackle that right away because I'm speaking from experience here. It's not, you will eventually have a blog that's going to be the hub of everything. So when I put out a tweet, it goes to my blog. When I put out a post, it goes to my blog. Now, this is not important before you hit L3-ish. And the reason I say that is because you guys can hear me, right? I'm on?
Yeah. We can hear you.
The reason I say that is because in the beginning, you just want to build your team so that you have some cash flow. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because there's a better way to start getting cash flow and move up in those L ranks and build your MLM without a blog, without any of that. It's good to have a blog up there because you're going to put it in your footer. But the difference between starting out and, I don't think anyone here is above L3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you're starting out, specifically to break that L2, what you want to do is you want to drive people to your capture pages more than anything. And those capture pages, I got to L3 without even mentioning my blog pretty much. My only goal was to get people to put their information into the capture pages. So just to clear that up, that's going to be your priority to move up quick, because your only goal right now is, well, not right now, almost all of the time, is to get that phone number and get that email and provide an MLSP training. So with that being said, when you're going to be doing your tweets, when you're going to be doing your Instagram, even when I reach out on Facebook, and I ask someone if they want, Facebook, again, my strategy is in the URL I just gave you, but there comes a point, I believe, after the 6th or 5th contact, it depends. Sometimes it's right away. Someone's like, yeah, I need help getting leads, and then I send them to a training. Well, my purpose here is not to close them or anything on Facebook. My purpose is to get what? The phone number. That's my only purpose. So that's what we should be focusing on. It's good to keep your brand in mind. It's good. It's very good. By the way, Chris Garcia's got an awesome brand. I love your background. Very professional, bro. Like, you look like a pro. So it's good. It's good to do that. But when I did that, you know what it came down to basically is a background image. Honestly, that's almost what brands you. A background image and a story. If you have a background image and a story, then the story is very, very simple. I struggled, now I'm this. And if you don't have the success story yet, be excited about where you're going. Be excited about what your vision is. It's a one-pager. My blog, that's all it is. That's it. Really, it's pretty funny. It's pretty embarrassing, actually. But it's a background image, and it's a story. And all I do is I drive people to my capture pages. And then the magic happens once you've got those numbers. This is what separates the men from the boys or the women from the girls, is when you pick up that phone. But again, it's very, very simple what I want to teach here, because people overcomplicate things. I'm starting to put out content. I'm starting to do blogging. I'm starting to make videos. But I got to L3 without any of that stuff. So now it's like it's getting heavier, and I want to get out there more. But for the purposes of this, it is 5 steps, guys. 5 simple steps. Getting those leads, which is what we should always be tackling first. And then you're going to call those leads, and you have to know what to say. And then after that, you're going to send them information. Everybody on here, everyone in here that's in my mastery team, you've all gone through this with me. I called you. I sent you in. I didn't try to close you the first call. You don't want to do that. You want to let people digest that stuff. Trust me. If you go and you try to close on the first call, you're the hunter, man. They're going to feel that. They're going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You got to just ask them a ton of questions. I'll share them with you right now. I'll share them with you on Tuesday, the specific questions. I'll be covering these 5 steps. So step number 1 is you've got to get the leads, of course. In step number 1, there's something you're going to do to that lead, which I call bedazzle it, or you're going to pimp it up, or you're going to put some stank on it. I love that. Terrence Williams, eh? That guy. You're going to do something to it by sending a certain reply through your CRM in the back office. Again, I'll show you all this on Tuesday. It's going to be a 2-hour course, so you want to be there. And when you do that, you'll extract numbers out of people voluntarily. They'll be sending you their numbers. You guys probably all got the emails I sent you. They convert. So once you get those numbers, you're going to call them up, and you're going to ask them very specific questions. And when you ask them those specific questions, you're going to know what they want. You're just going to know where you want to put them. Or you're going to also, you may just know, listen, this ain't even worth it. There's no way this person's got what it takes to make it in this game. If it was easy, if you didn't have to work to make, I'm shooting for $100,000 a month, okay, residual. This is 1.2 million a year. That's my current goal, and it's happening in front of my very own eyes. So if someone says, how do I get there quick? I'm like, dude, there's no way, on the planet, unless you win the lottery or inherit it, you can make $100,000 a month easy. You got to work. So with that being said, these 5 steps are the quickest way I figured out how to do it. Anyways, when you pick up the phone, I know this is going to be a challenge for a ton of people. It was a challenge for me. But when you pick up the phone and you fight that fear, I'll give you what to say. I'll give you the scripts. As a matter of fact, I'll probably give them to you today. The actual questions you need to ask.
Oh, that was my question.
It's a lottery ticket. It's a lottery ticket. Here, for example, wants to see some of my scripts. No,
Yeah.
The thing is, I do them word for word. Some people say, well, you don't want to read your script. Well, these combinations of words actually work. So I do them word for word, but I don't make it sound like I'm doing them word for word. So what I'm saying is, the more I do them, it sounds like I'm not doing them. Like, for example, I'll go like, so what is it that you're trying to promote? Are you with a network marketing company, or are you looking to join one? Like, that doesn't sound like I read it, right? Like, that's something that's word for word. It's right in front of me. That's word for word, just with time. And that's the first question you want to ask, because you'd be shocked at how many times I thought people were in a company, and I asked them that question. They're like, oh, no, I'm ready to go. I'm a network marketer without a home. I'm like, cha-ching! So you want to ask that question first, because you don't even mention MLSP in that case. And for the record, I love MLSP. I wouldn't be where I am today without MLSP, but I wouldn't be making the without my MLM. The big MLM is certain levels deep. You guys know how it works. You're all in an MLM. If you're not, do your research, join one. MLSP will fuel your MLM. It'll build your team for you. I bring in 30 to 40 people. I put them where I want. I'm in a couple of MLMs, but I'm going to fire a couple of them in August. But I'm just saying, you should stick with one, and you should always try to put people in that first, just because that's what pays. And once they get into your MLM, then they're going to go, what are you doing to generate leads again? Well, then you take out the MLSP card. But if they're, see, there's so much to tell you guys. I gotta think here. You're going to be putting these people in a. I know we're spending time on the phone call aspect of it, because that is where you will become wealthy, is on the phone. The Wolf of Wall Street was making $1 million a week. I don't stand for all that Jordan Belfort stuff. I don't like his morals there, but he is on the phone. He's like, you want a Ferrari? Pick up the phone and start dialing. You want to be a millionaire? Pick up the phone and start dialing. And that pretty well applies to any type of service that's person related, because people want to hear you. So the leads you're calling are going to fall into one of 3 categories. I love the names I give to these because they're very accurate in my opinion. They're going to either be single, they'll be dating, or they'll be happily married. Now, what does that mean? Based on the questions you're going to ask, if they are married, it means they love their company, they can't stop talking about their company. You just know, because you're going to ask them, are you with a network marketing company? They're rarely just going to say yes. They're going to say, oh yeah, I'm taking this great juice, and it's, you know, I grew 3 feet tall, and it made me 20 years younger. They're going to go and go and go and go. So you know, you don't even want to bring up, forget the pitch. They're married. So they fall into the married category. If they say, I'm looking to join a company, well, that's single. They're the best. They're the easiest ones. Then you send them your company info. Or before you do that, you ask them a certain questions. If they're married, you ask them certain questions. If they're what I call dating, that means they're with a company, but they're not. They'll tell you, but it's not really going that well. Or if you get a vibe from that, you're going to ask them a different series of questions. And that is so crucial, because I'm going to give you guys an example of the questions, how different they are. Okay, you guys want to hear this?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Okay, so check this out. If I ask, are you with a network marketing company, and they say, absolutely, I love them, I'm looking at my married chart. You guys are going to get these questions. So here we go. How are you currently marketing yourself? Question number 1. This is fantastic, because you're not saying, how are you currently marketing your company? You're saying yourself. So what you're doing is you're planting a seed in there. You're planting a seed in there because MLSP is all about marketing ourselves as a brand. So they're like, myself? I'm not really marketing myself. And then I'll talk. Shut your mouth and listen. That's it. Do not vomit all over them. Do not, as Todd Falcone would say, do not go. Don't, just be quiet and listen and listen and take it in, and do. As they're talking, take notes, and just, you're going to reread these after in a weird kind of strategic persuasion. You're not, when I say you're persuading someone, I want to be clear here. I don't persuade people into things that I don't believe is good for them. Because if I do that, it's not going to help me. It's not going to help them. And if it doesn't help them, it doesn't help me. We're in network marketing. If I don't think it's going to help them, I say it. I go, I'm not sure if this is for you, or I dance around it. But here's my point. You want to ask questions. Question number 1. How are you currently marketing yourself? We're going to talk for a bit. Once try to let them talk as long as you can. Try to let them just go until there's awkward silence, until they're done. And then you say, what prompted you to opt into my website? Question number 2. How much online marketing have you done? Question number 3. Question number 4. Up until now, how are you typically obtaining leads? That's a great one. They're like, I'm not. I wish I was. Question after that. So how is that working for you? Another powerful one. because they're going to give you their pain. They're going to be like, well, it's not working at all. And that's why I'm on the phone with you pretty much. And then, so what's been your biggest struggle so far? That's another good one, because people love telling you what's not working. It says, and then you got them thinking about it, and then they're like, okay, I need help now. I need help. This is it. And then the final one. So tell me this. I want you to picture this. How would getting, let's say, 8 to 10 qualified leads per day change your business? How would that change your business? You think that would change your business? And then they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, every day. Picture that. How you think it would change your business? And let them tell you. So now you've created a visual for them. And then once you're done all that, it's story time, baby. This is where you insert your story. And you should have your story handy. Story should be simple, like I said, a before and after. No, John, I was struggling too. I wasn't. Just everyone's gone through the same thing. And even if it's not exactly that, everyone deals with their warm market. They run out of people to talk to, and now they want to generate leads online. So my story is pretty well like that. I add a little personality, because you will too. But once you say your story, if you're not already succeeding, you're going to want to basically put your excitement in there. I'm super pumped up. I like that combination of words. I'm super pumped up of what I got myself involved with. And if you want to see exactly what I'm doing, here's where you send them information. So here's where you say, if you want to see exactly what I'm doing, no, well, I use Eric Worre's stuff. So I go, if I were to send you a quick video, would you take a look? So I do that, and they go, yes. I get their email, I send it, and then I book a follow-up. You gotta book a follow-up. See what I mean, guys? I said, if you ask me a question, I'll basically give you a whole training. It's like, I'm not much of a quick question answer in a short amount, but I guess we should get back to the question, Dan. You asked me about branding yourself across all the boards and basically starting to get members. And did I kind of, how would you like me to go into?
Well, no,
yeah.
I think you answered the question when you said just send them to those capture pages in MLSP. And yeah, I totally got that. And so I'm gonna, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna simplify it down. There's a lot of chat. Keep it simple. Got that. And so my follow-up would be, I assume you're talking about, like, if I go to in MLSP, if I go to my websites, if I go to my system pages and use those pages, and so I've been kind of doing a hodgepodge of those to see what gets hit the most.
Yeah.
Would you say pick one of those and just hammer that one out, or would you do various system pages and see how that goes? And from your Twitter training, with creating 350 unique tweets to upload to Hootsuite, I'm assuming that changing the URL can make it unique. So I was assuming that I would use all of those system pages throughout 350 tweets a week, just to help me have unique tweets. But what's your, would you pick one? If you say pick one, pick one page. I'm going to pick one page, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do, because you're successful and I'm not right now.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely on the road to L1 right here. So
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of turbo success here, and this is going to work. There's no doubt about it. We're going to ignore, just because when I joined MLSP, there was no funnelizer. That was 7 months ago. There was no funnelizer. When I joined MLSP, there was no CRM. Now that we have those tools, I'm going to give you guys all some homework, okay, guys? And the reason I'm doing this is because when I started with the MLSP capture pages, they're awesome. They're awesome to get started, but the more I think about it, as soon as I created my own with a small video, and I'll tell you guys exactly what to say today on your video, and we're going to make some videos today. What time is it? Oh my God, is it really 10 to Wow, what happened? Okay, so Well, at least I didn't shut up, so I must have given some value, I guess. But here we go. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes here because I want you to get leads now, today, tomorrow. So here's what we're gonna do. Once we're all gonna work together, and I'm going to review your page. So please, if you take action on this, what I give you, the homework, I'll make sure you succeed. I'll make sure of it. I'll look at your page. If there's something wrong, I'll be like, nope, you got to change that. Nope, you got to change that. I don't like the way you said that. That's not going to convert. You got to redo your video and this time say this. So I'm going to be rough on you, but it's just because I know. I contact 20 to 30 people a day, guys. I know what converts by now. So here's what you're going to need. Here's what I'm going to get you to do. I'm just drawing out a little sketch of what your capture page will look like. And it's going to be one that you're going to promote. All I do now is I point to one of my funnelizer pages. I don't even use the system campaigns no more. And the reason this is powerful is because when people see you talk, and I'm telling you, well, you're going to get negative comments no matter what you do. Those are the haters for you. Ignore them, move on. But when you put yourself out there, I would say it doubled my results, but it probably tripled my results as soon as I put a silly little video of myself. Am I professional? I don't really consider myself, well, hi, if you'd like it is, and like, I'm not like that. I'm very myself. And the more you can do that, just get out there and in the video, well, I guess I'll give you my URL as a example because it's unbelievably simple. You're going to write certain things in the text that's going to ask them to put their phone number or their Skype. Skype is the same thing. You're talking. It's like a phone. But people are more likely to leave their Skype instead of their personal digits. It's like a little hidden secret. Once I asked them for their Skype, they started putting it in like crazy. And when I get on this, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if I have their number or a Skype. It's the exact same thing. That's what brings me up to 70% numbers. But again, before I get into it, I'm even going to tell you guys which template to use in Funnelizer. So, you see that kind of, the little window there with the video? Yeah. This is what you're going to have your video. I just want to show you how simple your lead generating machine will be. Because it doesn't matter how many people go to your capture page through Instagram and Twitter. If they're not enticed by a nice page that pokes them, that brings out their pain, if that doesn't have it there, you can have 1 million people go to your capture page, it doesn't matter. You rather have less people go there with the proper recipe that I'm going to share with you guys, and if they land on this, they're going to put their info in. You see the difference, right? It's not all about traffic. Traffic is a way too overused term. You can get tons of traffic with nobody opting in, it doesn't matter. Or you can have less traffic with people opting in, right? You get the difference?
Yeah.
And what makes that difference is that. That makes the difference. So, step number one, everybody on here, we're all going to have one of these. This is your home, this is your money. This is your money. This page, one simple page, and I will review it. So you know you're getting, this is like a one-on-one. I'm giving you a one-on-one for free. So let's get you going here.
So what's the URL? The URL that you wanted to give us just so that we could see.
Do you look at mine? You can put in asklalonde.com. That's my page. I think I'm even wearing one of these gym shirts. It's not even, it's bare bones. Now I've got results, so I brag about them. If you don't have results, you can say things like, well, you will have to say, when I review your video, I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. You're going to have to refer to people that you're working with. I'm working directly with Marc Lalonde and or I'm working directly with Mark Harbour or MLM Bluesman or any of these L5 people. We're working together. Ray Higgins say, it doesn't matter. I'm in the same system that Ray Higgins is using. I used to use that all the time when I had 0 leads. All the time. But I mean, I do the video, which is basically your struggle and how you were sick of harassing your friends and family, and you ran out of people to talk to, And once we go through a couple of your videos, I'm going to bring them up next week. I'll put some of you on the spot. I'll play your videos in front of everyone. And I'm going to say publicly to our group here, just to our group, what you're doing wrong. And this is the best way to fix it. If you guys are open to that,
Yep.
I'll put it out.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, I've created some...
Yes.
Awesome. I've created some pretty awesome organizations and over my whole 2-year career as a network marketer. And, I mean, a lot of it has to do with me looking at what you're doing at the source of it. Because if you don't have the right seeds, you won't get off the ground. So this is your identity. So next week, what we're going to do, I know you're like, well, I wanted to know Twitter strategy. I give you the training links. Spend a week, look at those. And it doesn't matter if you don't have the proper thing to suck people in. They're not going to go in. So this is where we're...
Question mark. There's one of the links that you gave us, the one, for instance, asklalonde.com/Facebook. That reverts back to the MLSP training from Lena, correct?
Yeah, everything,
Okay.
every training I give you, you must be logged in or they won't let you in. Like, you just log into MLSP and then you could go directly to those videos. I will rarely be giving, no, that's not true. But no, it is true. I will rarely be giving in the future MLSP trainings because I don't know, I'm a little edgy sometimes, and sometimes I hold back in MLSP. I'm just not myself. I wouldn't say, hi everybody, I'm about to go take a tinkle. I wouldn't say that on an MLSP webinar. That's just an example. But my webinars are going to be, you know, they'll be our webinars. That's what I love about this business. You can just do what you want. You can teach at your pace after once you get a following of people. We'll talk about, I got so much to share with you guys, but before we get into this, we got to get you guys over that L1 hump. I'd like to get some of you over that L2 hump, and once you get the L1, I'm going to be looking at you. I mean, the ones who do the homework, I'll be looking at you. I'll be helping you out. I mean, we're going to make this work for you. So it's 2:57. Let me just wrap up on this quick, because I have an assignment for you, okay? I know you guys have done a bunch of video blitzes, and I personally don't do them because video blitzes are awesome. There's a lot of reasons they're awesome. Number one, it gets rid of your camera shyness. As a matter of fact, when I got rid of my camera shyness, I used to just grab my iPhone and I used to grab this every night and film videos with myself. I remember the first day I got intimate with my camera. I opened a nice bottle of wine. I go, hello, we'll be spending a lot of time together. Let's get comfortable with each other. And it's true. And I remember, I'm like, okay, today we had a good day. And it was almost like a vlog diary, just so that little lens didn't scare me anymore. Because that's what scared me. When I pushed record and it goes, you're recording, I could have been in a room by myself and I'm like, yeah, so what was I going to say again? And it makes no sense. It's a camera lens. So I had to get intimate with the lens myself and just go, I love you so much. Good morning, and kind of get friendly with it. Well, come on. We're not talking that kind of friendly. No. So here's the thing. We're gonna start with a video. Now, what I want you to keep in mind. Grab your pen and paper, everybody. First thing I want you to do in this video. Now remember, this is not an attraction marketing video. So this is not where you're providing value. There's a difference. This is a capture page video. An attraction marketing video would be like you do your intro, you ask a question, you give the content, and then you have a call to action. You'll still have many of those parts, but let me see, what would be different? In this is more of a overall before you joined MLSP to, yeah, basically, well, here's how it goes. Number one, right intro. Write that. Okay, you can write down intro. Then under intro, obviously, your name, your location, intro, name, location, that's good enough. So you want to always introduce yourself. You always want to say your name clearly. Or not always, because this is just your one capture page video. This format I'll give you today is just for, think of it for your capture page. So your name, your location, and then what you want to do is give some kind of struggle, because you guys joined MLSP. I'm positive is because you either ran out of people to talk to, or you just wanted to skip that whole warm market part. I highly recommend you do if you can, because I mean I got a lot of my family members that still look at me kind of weird, like because I approach them. It's not. Once you make 30 grand a month, they're going to come to you. Don't worry about it. So I mean I kind of go. I went right to the cold market, pretty much. So what was the point of that story? The point of that was that you want to say how that's something that was painful for you. So write painful, your pain, write your own pain. Because, and write in parentheses, story, like you're telling a story. So you want to say, when I, you get the drill, I think. I used to struggle, I used to do this, I used to do this. But then, it's pretty well, that's pretty well the recipe. Like now, I'm using, I don't believe I say MLSP. I believe I say, now I'm generating leads online. That's good enough. That's pretty well good enough. Now, because you don't want to give them everything on that video. You want them to put in their information. Now I'm generating leads online. That's not a lie. You're generating leads online. Even if you're not, you're in the process of doing that. Don't have to put numbers until they start coming in. Do what you want. But you want to basically say generating leads online. Those words, they work extremely well. People want leads and people want to do it online. So you want to write generating leads online somewhere in what you're doing now. So before was your pain, now it's generating leads online. Get a little creative. Do a couple of clips of this. And then what you say after the generating leads online part, you say, and I'd like to show you exactly. Write the word exactly. I found that just that one word exactly, in some cases almost doubled my opt-in rate. So the word exactly. So because you're going to show them exactly what you're doing. You're doing MLSP. That's exactly what you're doing, right? You're going to show them MLSP. You're going to show them the demo video. Then Mr. Brian Finale will take over from there. We're not here to vomit all over them. Remember, we're here to plug them in, show them info, and go through a lot of people that way. That's why when people say, "Oh, Marc Lalonde gets hundreds of leads every day, but does he convert?" I got haters out there, of course. I'm like, well, I get hundreds of leads a day because I say less to more people. I don't spend much time on someone. I just go through a lot of people. Once you start doing that, you want that lead flow. It's beautiful. You get to, it's awesome. You want it. Again, we'll get to that later. I go off track here, guys. You can tell I'm just jumping into this whole business, but that's how you succeed. You jump in and figure it out as you go. So here we go. Intro, name, location, your pain, and then generating leads online. You should have 3 bullets there. Your pain, or no, your intro, your pain as a story, generating leads online. Now you're generating leads online. You want online in there. You want online in there. Because some people think flyers, believe it or not. When you say leads, they think you got to put online, because then they're like, oh, I want to work from the internet. They don't realize I'm going to make them get on the phone later. But anyway, that comes later. You got to massage people in slowly sometimes. And then sometimes you create rock stars out of people that would still be working their crappy job, and you saved them from that. You want to feel good about yourself? Get a couple of people that you're the reason why they're living their dream. Now we're talking. Now you feel like you got purpose. Trust me, it happens to me all the time now, and I'm like, wow, It's better than a paycheck. And when you start doing that, you've got a paycheck at that point. Don't worry about the money. It comes. Trust me on that one. It comes pretty darn fast. Okay, so generating leads online, and then you say exactly what I do. Fill in your information. I like doing the whole 4 angles thing. People like it. I go, put your name here, put your name here, put your name there, or maybe here, depending on where you are. It has a bit of human factor, and sometimes it's true. If you're putting it on Facebook, your links are in different spots. But even if you're not, I like that. I think it's funny. People comment on it all the time, so it makes you more human, like that you're not perfect, you know? So that's it, and no, that's not it. That's not it. If you want to see exactly what I do, put your name, and finally, you want to ask for their phone number or their Skype in the video. You want to ask for it. You're going to put it on your form too. But for this week, all I want you to do is make a video under 3 minutes with these elements. Do you think you guys could give that a shot during the week? Yeah?
Absolutely.
I'm going to do that today.
Okay, that's
Right now.
I'm doing that as soon as we get done with this. Yeah.
Awesome. And like I know this is I know this
Never
is,
done one before, so we'll see how that comes out.
I'm telling you, Jen, if you want to succeed, well,
No, I know that.
No, if you want to do it my way, I shouldn't say that either. But
well, your way works, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind doing that, of course.
And I mean, a lot of the stuff I put in my head wasn't even true when I started. Like, I do affirmations. For those of you who don't know, I do affirmations in the morning. And I said, like, I will be on stage at Live the Dream, I think the month I joined. I will be, I didn't say when, but I visualized it, and I can't believe I'll be on stage and Live the Dream. Been in this thing 8 months, it's crazy. And when I said L4, when I said, okay, I went off here. I went off completely. This is not even related to a capture page. What happened, you see? So, okay, those are the elements. Intro, pain as a story, leads online. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Please leave your phone number. I am a real person. Look, I'm in the flesh. I do that in my video. I'm in the flesh. And people go, oh, you're hilarious when you grab your cheeks. I go, awesome. I'll grab my cheeks all the time. I'm real. So you get a lot of feedback through these videos. But here's what I'm going to do. When you're done your video, when you're done your first attempt, go ahead and upload it in our private group. No one's going to see it except our group, so you don't have to worry about it. Throw it up there, and that'll be the first step of conquering that little fear. Well, I know most of you don't have that fear, but this is going to be different. Because I'm coaching you guys, I'm going to be a little critical. If you don't want me to be critical, don't upload your video then.
Well, what's the point in being here at all if you're not going to be critical?
Absolutely. So that's your assignment, guys. I hope you're ready for it.
Awesome.
I'll have the recording of this, and we went over by 8 minutes, so I'm going to have to cut it because I got trying to grow a business here, you know.
What version of the funnelizer did you use?
If you want to get ahead of yourself, go look at my splash page at asklalonde.com and go ahead and get. That's the one I love. That's the one that's working the best for me right now.
Sorry, I didn't get that. It just froze on us.
Yeah, it's asklalonde.com.
No, that again. That could you write it in maybe in the chat, please?
Absolutely. Some people don't even know my name is Mark. They go, are you Lalonde? Are you Lalonde? Here we go. Okay, so that should go to my, we will go to my, yeah. So that's, and whoops, let me come back. I'm on a different screen. Okay, now I will show you guys how to get the pop-ups and funnelizer and all that stuff, how to connect your video so you don't have the YouTube thing on there, because you don't want someone, you know when your video ends in YouTube?
Yes.
You don't want them leaving your page. You want them to stay. And you don't want them to be distracted and go, you want them to stay there. And you don't want them to leave, so there's certain things you have to do to get rid of all that YouTube stuff. That's another day, obviously. So for now, for today, I want you to upload your videos in the group. That is your assignment. And if you do that, I'll know you're serious, and I'll work more closely with you. So that's today's thing. That's today's hangout.
Well, we have a week to do this, right?
Absolutely. And I'm going to be critical in the group. Critical. When I say critical, it's a good thing. And I want people to be critical with my stuff. I want successful people to tell me that I'm doing this wrong. That's the whole point. Now, I will do this. I will do this during the week. Look at that! I haven't even had a sip of my tea for an hour.
And about the Tuesday webinar, then we'll wait to see at what time you're going to have that posted again.
Yep, stick in the group. It'll be up on Tuesday morning probably. I'll be coming off a fresh presentation on Monday to all the Live the Dreamers, and I will. It'll still be in my mind. I'll have all my slides ready. I'll deliver it again.
Remember, Mark, that there's a few of us that are out west. So, like, if you're saying like 9 o'clock in the morning, it's 6 a.m. over here.
Okay, we're gonna get rid of that right now, because I know there has been some issues with webinars on air. I don't think I had the right time set, but it's always going to be Eastern time zone. Always, always, always. If you guys are on here listening, if Marc Lalonde says it anywhere, it's always Eastern time zone, no matter what. So that's, but I will pay attention. Well, I'll try to fix it. I will fix it.
It's more for, please make it a little later than 6 a.m. for those who are out west.
Yeah, oh, it's 9 p.m. though. Oh, you mean for anything,
For you,
right?
when it's 9 a.m.,
Yeah.
it's 6 a.m. for me, right?
Yeah, it's like my Ask Lalonde show on Periscope was at 10 a.m. So that's 7 a.m. and
That's correct.
And I'm switching it. I said that in the beginning to 7 p.m. weekdays. So, that's
Perfect.
4 p.m.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's perfect.
And that's good for you guys if you have a question that day. You're like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Oh, perfect. Mark's on at 7 tonight. So just write it down. I'll be there. I'm part of your lives now, guys. For you, right? For you. You have instant. So that's it for today, guys. I would normally open up the floor, but like I said, we've got a business to run here. So I gotta
Thank you, and congratulations on your L4 again.
Thank you, guys. That's awesome.
Before
Awesome.
we go,
Yeah.
I want to thank you, Mark, for inviting me on my very first hangout. This was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
Awesome,
Yeah,
buddy.
excellent.
Yep, thank you very much.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
I don't think my sound is working.
It's just going to get better and better. Trust me.
Yeah, we can.
I know.
You Tuesday.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, guys. I'll see you for sure on Tuesday.
Absolutely.
And just remember, I can only let 25 of you in. So you guys have dibs. You guys have dibs. Check that group religiously Tuesday morning, because it's going up there at some point. And even though you register, it doesn't mean anything. You got to show up 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
We sold out today. Everybody stayed on. That's unheard of. I must be doing something right. Everyone's stuck around. Okay, guys.
You might be on to something.
I must be onto something. So, guys, I'm going to download the chat. Oh, super, super important. Use the hashtag asklalonde anywhere on Facebook, anywhere on Twitter, okay? It's hard for me to look at the chat and do this at the same time. And I think I could download the log, but I get so many questions every day that priority is that hashtag. Okay? Sound fair?
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
You
Good
too,
day.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.